little banged up, and I didn't feel like talking to anybody at the moment. So I just went in the training room, got fixed up, and kept moving.
What happened in the game? What knocked you out there temporarily?
I had made a tackle, and I ran into Dalvin, and my helmet had came down, and I had busted my nose open, my head open, and I busted my lip open. And I had broke my nose before, so I kind of knew what it felt like.
Yeah.
And I thought it felt the same way, so I thought I broke it again, but it wasn't broken. It was just tingling, feeling funny. But I'm all good now.
Is that the bruise that looks like you're still
pretty
proud?
Well, how hard is his leg?
It's pretty hard. My head is pretty hard too, cause he busted his leg open and he had a big old thigh wound. So
you guys hug it out after, say apologize?
Nah, we was both rolling on the floor, so we didn't get the chance to hug it out.
On your spot on ESPN today, you were kind of critical of your performance against. Why were you critical, and what were some of the things you think you could have worked on?
I didn't play real good. I had 2 touchdowns scored on me. Never had that done ever before in my life. So, I was young, and I know I wasn't really playing my best game technique-wise. But he made a couple good throws, and I still could have played them better, played the routes better, and there's just little things I wasn't doing right that I try to work on this season.
How much are you looking forward to get another chance at playing them?
I'm really excited to get another chance, because like I said, I didn't play real good against them, and I said this earlier. I said the whole defense really didn't play that well, and I kind of said that they didn't really see the real Bama last year. They just saw a little flash of it. So I hope this year we're gonna play right. They're gonna get a little taste of the real Bama, the whole team.
Revenge. They're talking about wanting to beat you guys because you guys beat them on the scoreboard. Is it kind of like that with the chip on your shoulder, kind of revenge on them for putting so many points up on you?
Yeah, it's definitely why I feel like we're going into it like we almost lost. You know what I'm saying? Because how bad we played in that game, and so we're working probably even harder than what they are, because they're saying, oh, you just want to beat them. We want to dominate them because of how we played last year.
How much did you have
the challenges Deshaun brings to your defense?
Last year, I think it was kind of obvious what he brought. We had a bigger defensive line, so we couldn't really contain him, and he was moving all around in the backfield. We had to cover for about 10 seconds, which is almost impossible. No matter who you are, it's almost impossible to cover for that long. We was getting tired, and they was having a new receiver in every single play, and running us down the field while he was running all over the place in the back. So we was getting real tired while he was doing that. And he has a great arm and great leadership skills out there. So I feel like those are a couple things that he does.
Do you feel like he might have been one of the reasons why you guys switched to this more slimmed down, faster defense?
No, it was more just personnel. We had last year is just who we had out there and who we thought should be out there, and they were bigger than the team this year. And maybe next year we have a bigger defensive line. At times
it seemed like you guys were in position to make a play, but like he just made a better throw. Were there near perfect throws? What were you seeing from your angle?
You can have a perfect throw, but you can play perfect defense and get the ball away. But there's times where, like you said, he did make a good throw, but it was the stuff that we really did that we could have done a lot better in the play. Or we could have used the other hand or squeeze the receiver in the route, or just not look at him, or not look at the quarterback while we were covering, and it would have made all the difference.
So do you believe in a perfect throw, or is every throw defendable?
There are in certain situations there is a perfect throw. You just like, man, I couldn't do nothing. But with 95% of throws, if you do what you're supposed to do, you get the ball away or knock the ball down.
You mentioned them running out another receiver. Talk about the depth of their receiver core and what do you see from those guys?
They have a great receiving core. They got 2 bigger guys on the outside, a smaller, quicker guy on the inside, or 2 smaller, quicker guys on the inside. They use them real well. And like I said, last year it was they run vertical, and I would come back to line. He would go out, and the new receiver would come in. He run vertical, and the other dude would come in, and I was dying out there, and they was all running down the field trying to get us tired. But they're really, really good. Probably the best we've seen all season, receiver-wise. So, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Just from watching film, what kind of difference has Mike Williams made to this offense this year?
He's more of a vertical threat. I feel like last year they didn't really have that guy that could just go down the field. A bigger receiver that could just go down the field and stretch you and touch you vertically. I feel like they kind of have that now, having him.
Minkah, looking back to last season and this time last year, Jeremy Pruitt was he had a job waiting for him on Georgia at the same time he was preparing for the national championship. Looking back, was there any drop off in preparation that week? Anything like that?
What you mean? Like
Kirby Smart, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, there wasn't none at all. You know, because Smart was 110% into the national championship. And I remember him kind of telling us when he got the job that he was going to be 110% all in to us game wise. Obviously, he had a recruiting stuff for Georgia, but you know, he told us that he was 110% in, and it was obvious in practice because he was still out there screaming and getting on it. So there was no drop off at all.
You talked about
keep an eye on Clemson throughout the season, just kind of tracking where they were. I mean, after playing them in the national championship.
I mean, you watch all the big games and stuff. You know, when they play like Florida State and the big South Carolina games, it's a big rivalry game. And so you know, you always watch those type of games, and the Louisville game too. So you always watch the big games. So I think that's the only time I watch them a lot.
You guys have played the two best quarterbacks you faced all season right at the end of the year in the two biggest games. From a defensive perspective, how much do you like that to see the two best at the end?
I mean, that's kind of what you expect, you know, because everybody at this point is great. So, you know, usually great teams have great quarterbacks. So when you get to this point, you kind of expect you're going to be going against the best. Like I said, we went against the best receivers last week. Now we're going against even better receiving core this week, and also quarterback-wise. So, you know, it's kind of expected. And, you know, it's a challenge for us, and we just see challenges as opportunities. So that's what we got to do.
You've been going good on good. It sounds like, you know, this postseason, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen from Jalen, you know, especially this week, just competing against the kid?
I feel like he's definitely trying to make better decisions with the football. Because, you know, in the beginning of the season, there's times where he would just launch the ball downfield, and no matter what we was in, and either I would go and take it and pick it off, or Ronnie would go and pick it up. But now he reads the safeties. He's more vigilant when he's looking around and making calls and throwing the ball around.
Thanks, Minkah.